So the Bird Bros Reno team just doing some renos as always. And yep, we're up here in the countryside outside of Erin. It's beautiful. Alright, so I'm here at the job site. I was sitting down, just taking a break, working on my paddle, and I heard a noise up above, and I wasn't sure what it was. And to be honest, I thought it was like a coon or a possum. So I took the paddle, I just started banging this stuff here, and I heard a mighty scratching. Yeah, a mighty scratching. And I was like, oh shoot. So I grabbed my flashlight from the car, and I figured maybe I'll check it out, you know, I'll just like go inside. It's like right by the door, so I had to walk like through the door to see what was up in there. So I was prepared. But on my way back, I saw that a bat was squeezing out. It was a little bat. And it was squeezing out right there in the crack there. And so I feel bad for the bat because I kind of woke him up a bit early. But gives us an opportunity to learn about some bats. Here you can see our boss with a bat that he found in the middle of the driveway. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, he is a professional male model. But if you weren't thinking that, you probably were thinking, is it safe to handle a bat? Well, he's got his leather gloves on, and the bat was in danger being in the middle of the driveway, so we had to relocate this one. Here's another bat, the same species, a big brown bat, trying to crawl out from that gap in the wall I was talking about. Although it's called a big brown bat, it's actually quite small. On the other hand, it's considered quite large for a North American bat. Most North American bats are what you would call microbats. The big brown bat is similar to an endangered species called the small brown bat, which is slightly smaller and has a more pointy nose. Big brown bats are mostly insectivores, eating mainly beetles and moths. They have tiny, sharp little teeth that help them break through the exoskeletons of the bugs they eat. Although the big brown bat is here year-round, it hibernates in the wintertime, and it only feeds during the warm months of the year. Okay, so I was feeling bad for Mr. Bat. I gave him quite a scare. I've decided to help the situation, I'm going to build a BatBox. What a BatBox is just a box where bats can sleep when they're like awake, or well, they can't sleep when they're awake, but where they can sleep during the summer times, and hopefully it just gives them a better place to sleep than in the roof here. Alright, let's give her a shot. Alright, so I got a scrap piece of wood here from the construction site. Looks like it's big enough to make a bat box. You want it to be at least 20 inches deep for the bats to crawl right up in there like. So I'm just marking out my measurements here. I think it's going to be big enough. Set up my table saw here to the width I want. And as we say in the construction business, let's rip this stuff. Gonna cut it in half down the middle. Cut it once more. I'm trying to make 2 rectangles here for the front and back of the bat box. Alright, so I got my front piece and my back piece. You might notice that my back piece has lots of lines in it, lots of grooves. I did that specifically so the bats can crawl up the back there, have something to cling to. And I just did that by cutting a bunch of concentric lines. So here, I had to bring the saw blade depth down to make it a really shallow cut. I didn't want to go all the way through the wood because I just wanted to make grooves for the bat to hold on to. Alright, I cut one groove and move it an inch, cut another, cut another, cut another, cut another, just keep moving it an inch, cut another, cut another. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's time to make the sides of the bat box. Since we're using 1/2-inch plywood here, I'm going to have to double it up because you want your space between the front and the back of the box to be about 1 inch. Oh dang, I forgot to bring a drill. I'm gonna have to call John.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I didn't have the right tools to finish the job. John showed up with the right tool. It's called a drill, an impact drill, not a flooring drill. Can you show these people how to do this?
Oh, you want me to show you how? So you just line up your pieces of wood so they're all flush with each other. You take your handy dandy drill, put it on top of your screw. And that's how she goes.
So you can see here we got the front and back screwed together with the side pieces there. There's a gap at the bottom about an inch thick so they can crawl up inside there. Quality piece of workmanship. Ah! Alright guys, we're almost finished our BatBox here. It's a little janky looking, but just one more thing to do.
Put on the roof. A couple more screws to go.
Where's the roof go?
Something like that.
Oh, she's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful! So, off camera, I cut the top of the BatBox using a miter saw on a 45-degree angle to give us this slope. And John's just gonna put on a nice little piece of plywood here to make our roof. That doesn't seem like the right size drill bit, John.
You gave me it.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Gosh darn, she's a thing of beauty. All right, one last thing to do. Hang the BatBox. The BatBox should be hung 10 feet at least. 12 to 20 is preferable. You also want to make sure that it's in a nice sunny place so it stays warm during the day, and preferably on the east or south side of the tree. Now I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna do this. All right, folks, so that's how you make a BatBox. Hang it in the tree. Hopefully the bats come. See you later. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this episode. Hopefully we get some bats in the box. And remember, although these things are freaky little fuckers, you know, they're part of a healthy ecosystem. So you got to make sure that that's there, and you can help them out. Because you know the bats are there to help out us, and they keep the insects down. People like that. People like that they keep the insects down. So yeah, just like definitely make sure to help your local bat populations. That's all, folks. Help me.